The Grandmont Hotel restaurant smelled like brown butter and burgundy wine. Crystal sang against china. Candles flickered against cream walls. Rose Chen moved between it all, invisible by practice, silent by choice. 2 years serving the wealthy had taught her, become smoke. Pour without speaking, clear without breathing, exist without existing. Wednesday night started like any other, until table 7 changed everything. The girl's hands caught candlelight first, signing to herself while reading the menu. Each movement fluid, deliberate, like calligraphy in air. Maybe 14, dark hair braided back, silver eyes that seemed to glow from within, designer dress the color of midnight, hearing aids that gleamed like tiny jewels. Rose set down water, careful, quiet. The girl looked up, smiled like sunrise, and pushed forward a notepad. Vegetable soup, please, no garlic. Thank you for your patience. Rose gave a thumbs up. The girl's smile bloomed wider. Then came the laughter, sharp as broken glass. Table 9. Look at her playing charades with herself. The blonde one. Lips too full, voice too loud. Does she know how ridiculous she looks? The girl's hands froze mid-sign, her shoulders folded inward, trying to disappear. Maybe she's practicing for mime school? The redhead laughed, champagne bubbles in her voice, cruelty in her eyes. Though mimes usually have talent. That's when Rose noticed him, table 12, watching, dark suit that cost more than cars, silver cufflinks catching light, perfectly still, too still. The kind of stillness that made her spine tingle. His wine glass hadn't moved in 10 minutes. His eyes tracked everything. The brunette at table 9 pulled out her phone. My followers will absolutely die. No. The word escaped before thought could catch it. Rose's body moved. 3 plates balanced, stepped directly between the women and the girl, heart hammering, hands steady. Put the phone away. Quiet words, steel wrapped in silk. Now. Silence spread like spilled wine. Forks suspended. Conversations died. The man at table 12 leaned forward, just slightly, watching her now. Only her. Excuse me? The brunette's voice pitched high. Do you know who my husband is? One call and you're... Then call. Rose didn't move. Couldn't move. Something hot and fierce had taken root in her chest, spreading like wildfire. But you're not recording her. The lights dimmed, not electrical failure, intention. The chandelier swayed, crystals singing against each other. Ghost music. The temperature plummeted. Rose's next breath came out white. Enough. Table 12. His voice was aged whiskey and midnight. Smooth, dark, dangerous. He stood. The room forgot how to breathe. Every lung stopped. The air itself waited for permission. Even the candle flames paused mid-flicker. He moved through the restaurant. Shadows had more substance. Dancers had less grace. Reality bent around him, acknowledging something that didn't belong. The young lady you were mocking, each word precise, sculpted, cold, is my daughter. The blonde tried to speak. Nothing emerged. And this woman? His eyes found Rose, dark, too dark, pupils that devoured light. When he looked at her, she felt flayed. Every loss catalogued, every kindness weighed. The memory of Lily, always Lily, burning bright, has shown more humanity in 30 seconds than you've managed in lifetimes. Leave. They scrambled, grabbed purses, designer heels clicking frantic. The phone clattered, screen cracking. In 90 seconds, half the restaurant had vanished. The girl was signing rapidly, tears like liquid silver on her cheeks. Her father signed back, movements careful, unpracticed, love in every gesture. He turned to Rose, closer now. She smelled winter on him, pine and snow and something older, darker. Thank you. Signed and spoken together, his voice different now, warmer. You defended her without knowing, without calculation. That's rare. Rose's hands moved. She reminded me of someone. The girl's eyes widened. Quick signs. You know ASL? My sister taught me. Voice and hands together. Said the hearing world was too noisy anyway. Something shifted in his expression, marble becoming almost human. He reached into his jacket. When he pressed the object into her palm, she gasped. A coin, silver, heavy and burning hot. Not warm, hot, like it had been sitting in fire. The symbols on its surface moved, actually moved, crawling like living things. When his fingers brushed hers, ice met flame. He held the contact a moment longer than necessary, studying her face. Marcus Ravencrest, his voice low. My daughter, Sienna, what you've done tonight carries weight. The coin throbbed. Heartbeat, warning, promise. I don't understand. His thumb brushed her wrist, so light she might have imagined it. You will. Someone will call within the hour. Answer. Sienna signed rapidly. Thank you for seeing me, not just gesture to her aides, but me. They turned to leave. As Marcus passed, he paused. His voice dropped to barely audible. The coin will warm when, just know you're not alone in this. Then they were gone. Rose stood alone, the coin scorching her palm, her wrist tingling where he'd touched. Beautiful work, Guardian. She spun. A young man stood where the rude women had been. Bone-white hair, smile like a knife, eyes older than his face. Excuse me? Oh, she doesn't know yet. His laugh was wind chimes in a graveyard. Delicious. Remember my voice, little mouse? You'll hear it again soon. The name's Cassius. He vanished. Actually, vanished. Between one blink and the next. Her manager appeared, gray-faced, trembling. Go home. Take the week. Paid. He swallowed hard. Mr. Ravencrest he's on our donor list. Very generous. Just, please, go. The bus ride took 20 minutes. The coin's heat spread up her arm, into her chest. By the time she reached her apartment, her whole body thrummed with strange electricity. Her phone rang. Unknown number. Rose Chen? Woman's voice, crisp, no nonsense. Director Walsh, Department of Supernatural Integration. You've triggered the Protectorate Protocol. We need to discuss your new status as Guardian to the Vampire Princess of the Eastern Territories. Rose sank onto her couch, springs creaking. The fabric still smelled like her roommate's vanilla candles and last week's Thai food. What? Sienna Ravencrest is vampire royalty. By protecting her without knowledge, you've activated ancient law. You're now her guardian in human spaces. The coin pulsed harder. Meaning? Magically, legally, and permanently bound. Someone will explain tomorrow. The king chose you for a reason, Miss Chen. You've also made enemies. Cassius particularly enjoys breaking guardians. Don't let them win. Deadline. Rose stared at the coin. The symbols had stilled. 3 words, in a language she shouldn't understand. Protector, chosen, bound. Somewhere, impossible in the city, a wolf howled. Director Walsh arrived at 6 a.m., steel-gray hair, charcoal suit. She entered without invitation, bringing the smell of bitter coffee and old paper. Sit, we have little time. Rose clutched her mug, still in pajamas, faded sweats, shirt spelling "Be kind" in finger letters. Before what? Before Cassius makes his move. Walsh's tablet glowed. You met him, the white-haired vampire, Lord Ravencrest's primary opposition, thinks humans dilute vampire purity. Papers slid across the table. Protocol details, new salary, quit the hotel, apartment near Sienna's school, and warnings. Rose scanned pages. Modern legal text mixed with something ancient. One phrase repeated, the choosing. What's the choosing? Walsh's mouth tightened. Proof of worthiness. Cassius will invoke ritual law, public testing, break you or accept you. Test how? Physical endurance, mental invasion, emotional destruction. They continue until you break or they're satisfied. Pause. Last human lasted 4 hours. Still screams at shadows. The coin blazed. If I refuse? Sienna loses human privileges, becomes prisoner in her father's world. Softer. Marcus knew the risk when he sent her to that restaurant. He gambled on finding someone like you. What do you mean, sent her? You think a vampire king's daughter randomly appears at your workplace? He'd been watching, looking for someone with the right qualities. Your sister's death, your protective instincts, your invisibility that hides strength. Rose's stomach turned. He used me. He gave you a chance to be who you really are. The test was real. Your choice was real. The rest? Walsh shrugged. Politics. Rose thought of Sienna's tears, her smile, Lily in her hospital bed, desperate for any connection. When? 3 days maximum. Sunset. Always sunset. Walsh stood. One more thing. Marcus Ravencrest hasn't taken interest in a human in 3 centuries. That's either very good or very dangerous for you. 2 days blurred. Rose couldn't leave without eyes following. Dark cars, rooftop shadows, whispers in dead languages. Her phone buzzed constantly, unknown numbers, photos of her at the grocery store, at the ATM, through her bedroom window. Sienna texted, I'm sorry, this is my fault. Father says you're brave. I think you're in danger. Rose, not your fault. Sisters protect each other. Marcus texted once. The coin will warm when I think of you. Apologies if it's frequent. The coin hadn't cooled since she'd left the restaurant. The summons came at sunset. Day 3. Cassius materialized on her fire escape. Beautiful, terrible, ancient robes that belonged in museums. Rose Chen, the court of blood summons you. Prove your worth or release the princess. His smile was winter. Remember my voice? I told you we'd meet again? Breaking you will be my pleasure. Gone. Only an address remained. The abandoned theater looked derelict outside. Inside, transformation. Black marble. Portraits through centuries. Bone and crystal chandeliers casting fractured light. 5 ancient vampires in ceremonial robes. Cassius at center, smiling, eager. In the gallery above, Marcus and Sienna. Marcus's hands clenched white, Sienna signing frantically to a translator. Rose Chen. Cassius's voice was honey over poison. Accused of unworthiness, too weak, too human, too fragile. How do you answer? Rose's voice came steady. I protected her without knowing, without reward. That's not weakness. Pretty words. Let's see how pretty you sound screaming. The circle, salt and iron, old magic. Step out or renounce guardianship. Sienna loses everything. Begin. Cold first, not winter, the void between stars. Her skin crystallized, breath became ice shards. She thought of Lily, always cold from chemo, never complaining. Heat next, not flame, fever, blood boiling, sweat turning to steam. She pictured Sienna's hands painting words, her sunrise smile, then invasion. Her mind split open, every failure displayed. The accident, Lily in the back seat, parents in front, the truck running the red light. Her fault for asking them to pick her up from work. Lily's hearing damaged, parents dead. Her fault, her fault, her fault. Then cancer taking Lily anyway. Rose getting coffee when her heart stopped. Every moment of cowardice. This protects royalty? Cassius crooned. This mouse who hides? But memories shifted. Rose pushed back. Every night with Lily. Learning ASL until fingers bled. Standing between Lily and cruel words. The strength of kindness without witness. Tonight. Moving without thought. Pure protection. Not brave. Blood in her mouth. Copper and salt. But she needed someone. That's enough. Cassius frowned. The assault intensified. Digging deeper. Clawing at her soul. Show me your desire, he hissed. Show me what you want. New images flooded her mind. Not memories, fantasies, desires she'd never admitted. Marcus, closer than he'd been in the restaurant, his hands in her hair, his mouth on her throat, cold lips against her racing pulse, the way he'd looked at her, hungry, possessive, hers. Interesting, Cassius purred. The mouse wants the king. How? Predictable. Rose's eyes flew to Marcus. He'd gone rigid, seen everything Cassius forced her to show. Shall I show him more? Cassius whispered. Every midnight thought? Every dream where he... Enough. Rose's voice cracked, but she didn't move, didn't step out. Yes, I want him. So what? That's not why I'm here. I'm here for her. She looked at Sienna. Only Sienna. She needed someone. That's enough. That's everything. Silence. Complete. The protocol chose adequately. The formal words came from another vampire, not Cassius. His face showed fury. The guardian stands. The choosing ends. Pressure released. Rose collapsed. Marcus caught her, there instantly, his body solid, real, winter pine and dangerous comfort. Can you stand? She tried, failed. He held her tighter. She felt his chest rise and fall, deliberate breathing for her benefit. His hands shook slightly. Did you mean it? Whispered so, only she could hear. Which part? Though she knew. All of it. Yes? His arms tightened. Good. Sienna was there, signing frantically. You didn't have to. I'm not worth... Stop. Rose's signed shaky. You're worth everything. Sienna hugged her, fierce. The coin between them pulsed in a rhythm Rose recognized. Marcus's heartbeat, when he bothered to have one. This isn't over. Cassius appeared beside them, too close. You passed the choosing, but you're fragile, human, temporary. I'll find your breaking point. Marcus moved, faster than thought, had Cassius by the throat. Touch her and I'll remind you why they used to call me the Winter King. My lord! Cassius smiled even while choking. Such passion. How unlike you. How... human. Marcus released him. Cassius vanished laughing. Till next time, little mouse. Outside, city unchanged, traffic and exhaust and life. But Rose had changed. You need blood, Marcus said quietly. You're too pale. The choosing drained you. I need food. Human food. With garlic. She tried for humor. Failed. Her legs gave out again. He caught her, held her. Let me take you to dinner. Please. Sienna needs to see you're well. I need... He stopped, started again. Please. They went to a late-night diner. Nothing fancy. Vinyl seats and fluorescent lights. Marcus watched her eat pancakes like it was fascinating. Sienna signed stories between bites of pie. You don't eat? Rose asked. I eat. Marcus's smile was wicked. Just not pancakes. Heat flooded her face. Sienna laughed, signed something that made Marcus throw a napkin at her. What did she say? That I haven't looked at someone like this in 300 years. Matter of fact. She's not wrong. Rose's heart stuttered. How do you look at me? Like you're impossible. His hand found hers across the table, cold against warm. Like you're inevitable. Like I've been sleeping for centuries and you're the dream I don't want to wake from. Marcus, I know. His thumb traced her knuckles. I'm too old, too cold, too dangerous. You deserve someone warm, human, safe. I had safe. Rose turned her hand, lacing their fingers. Safe was invisible. Safe was existing without living. Safe didn't defend your daughter. Our daughter. Quiet correction. The protocol makes her yours too. Our daughter. The words settled warm in her chest. Take me home? Not specifying whose. His eyes darkened. Yes. Sleep wouldn't come that night. The circle's cold lived under Rose's skin. Every time she closed her eyes, she felt Cassius in her mind. Her hands shook for hours. They dropped Sienna at the mansion. She hugged Rose goodbye, signed "Call me tomorrow" with worried eyes, and disappeared inside. Marcus drove Rose to her apartment, walked her to the door. Stay? The word escaped before she could stop it. Rose, not for just stay, please. He stayed, held her on the couch while she shook, told her stories of centuries past in his low voice until the tremors stopped, his hand stroking her hair, his unnecessary breathing keeping time with hers. What you saw, Rose said into his chest. What Cassius showed you, about how I made me hope. His voice rumbled through her. Made me want things I'd forgotten how to want. She pulled back, looked up at him. You're not upset? Upset? He laughed, dark, soft. Rose, I've thought of nothing but you since you stood between my daughter and harm, since you moved without calculation, since you chose protection over preservation. Oh, he agreed, amused. His hand cupped her face, thumb tracing her cheekbone. May I kiss you? Or is it too soon after? She kissed him. Answer enough, consent clear. The kiss was winter starlight and barely controlled hunger. His hands framed her face like she was precious, breakable. She kissed harder, proving she was neither. When they parted, his eyes had gone full black. You're playing with fire, little guardian. Good thing you're cold enough to balance it. He laughed against her mouth. My brave Rose. You're impossible, Rose, she corrected. Mine. Agreement, promise, warning. And I'm yours, whatever that means, for however long you'll have me. Forever sounds good. Forever it is. Her phone buzzed. Unknown number. Photo of them through her window. This exact moment. Text. The mouse thinks she's won the king, but mice are prey, and I am patient. C. Marcus read over her shoulder, growled, actually growled. Let him watch. Rose deleted the message. Let them all watch. I'm not going anywhere. My brave guardian, whispered into her hair. They held each other through the night. No more than that. Just comfort, safety. The promise of tomorrow. The coin pulsed between them, no longer warning but promise, no longer binding but belonging. Everyone had laughed when the shy waitress defended the vampire king's daughter. No one laughed now. Especially not Marcus, who held her like she was his whole world, because she was. And Cassius, watching from the shadows? He'd learn what Rose already knew. Some choices once made cannot be unmade. Some bonds once forged cannot be broken. And some mice have teeth. The coin burned bright in her pocket. Marcus's unnecessary heartbeat steady beneath her ear. And somewhere in the mansion, Sienna was probably composing embarrassing songs about them in 3 languages. Family, messy, dangerous, perfect. Worth every drop of blood. Worth every test to come.